Well, to begin our program and get it underway, we have some wonderful speeches that from our, not speeches so much as the actual written testaments that our winners have produced, and you'll have an opportunity to hear from them shortly. But first, I'd like to bring up the IFI president, who is going to talk with us, Kevin Kerber. Kevin? And Kevin's going to take over, and from this point on, he's going to bring up some of those wonderful essays that we hear.
Thank you, Robert. Well, again, I want to thank each of you on behalf of the Illinois Fatherhood Initiative Board of Directors and Board of Advisors for joining us tonight and supporting such a worthwhile cause of celebrating the work and the engagement of the 12 fathers and father figures that we have here with us tonight. We're all, I think, very much aware of the issue of fatherlessness in society today, as well as the value that an engaged father can provide to a child, to a son or daughter. And whether that's a biological father or a father figure, having that engaged individual in someone's life, in a child's life, can make all the difference in the world. So I would like to, again, acknowledge the 12 individuals that we're going to honor tonight for being that role model in their own child's lives, as well as that role model, I think, for other children that they have contact with. As we heard earlier on the video, IFI's mission is, simply put, to connect children and fathers. And that's what we're all here tonight to celebrate, is that connecting children and fathers. And I just wanted to very briefly share with you some of the work that IFI does, specifically in the realm of education. We work really in three areas. We work in schools, hospitals, and in the workplace. But since tonight we're here to celebrate the success of our essay contest once again this year, I just wanted to mention a couple of key aspects of what we're doing in schools to help engage fathers and involve fathers in the lives of their children. One of the programs that IFI has become closely involved in recent years is Watchdogs, Dads and Great Students. The Watchdogs program is a nationwide program that this past year was in over 2,100 schools around the country, and I'm happy to say involved over 180,000 men, asking them to take at least one day to come into school and volunteer on behalf of their children. That program in Illinois this past year doubled in size, the number of schools that participated, the number of men that participated in that program throughout Illinois. And later this fall, we will be doing an event to honor the work that all of those men do in conjunction with the Chicago Fire. But on the national level, just this past Monday, Secretary of Education Arnie Duncan went to a school in Washington, D.C., an active watchdog school, to talk with the dads and to honor the work that those men do, and to honor the work that men do, those 180,000 dads do around the country. And I just wanted to make mention of that. We have representatives from Watchdogs here tonight as well, Michael Knowles, and I just wanted to thank them for all the work they do on the national level and for allowing IFI to be involved in that work on the local level in Illinois. And as you can see, that clearly indicates that IFI, I think, is making an impact, and that the cause of engaging fathers is moving in the right direction, both in the state of Illinois and nationwide. And one other piece I would like to announce tonight. Later this year, IFI will be partnering, or has partnered, with the U.S. Department of Education on what will be the first ever Dads Forum that they will do to help dads have a better understanding of how to engage in their children's educational lives, and to help educators have a better sense of the role and the importance of engaging parents and fathers specifically in the lives of their children. And the hope is from the U.S. Department of Education that this pilot program that we're going to launch in Chicago, in Illinois, between IFI and the U.S. Department of Ed will become a model program for them to replicate around the country at regional events, regional dads forums around the country. So, I wanted to make mention of that as well to again show the value of the work that IFI is doing on a state basis, statewide basis. But specifically, we're here tonight again to honor the 12 fathers and father figures and their children who wrote essays as part of our essay contest. This year, we once again had more than 18,000 essays submitted from 180 schools around the state. And the process with this, we have volunteer reading centers around the state, and we had more than 750 volunteers that came together and read these essays, selected the best of the group of those 18,000. We honored those 156 semifinalists on May 21st at a Chicago White Sox game. The White Sox are one of our partners in this essay contest. And from that group, we worked with the National Center for Fathering in Kansas City to select the 12 finalists that we'll be honoring tonight. So this group of 12 is whittled down from the start of over 18,000 essays around the state. And all of those children that participate get a certificate of recognition from IFI. They get a coupon sheet with valuable coupons from a number of partners, sporting teams, other educational and entertainment venues from around the state that we put together to acknowledge each of those children that participated in the essay contest. But once again, we'd like to begin the program with honoring the fathers and father figures. The order will be, we will begin with our father figure, and then we'll move to grandfather, stepfather, and then father of the year will be the last group. And before I forget, there was one other piece that I also wanted to share, and forgive me, I should have done this earlier. IFI just today received a letter from the White House, from the White House Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. And I'm going to read the letter to you. The letter is actually dated tomorrow, so everyone here is getting an advanced listen, so to speak, to this letter. But I will go ahead and read it now. Dear Illinois Fatherhood Initiative, on behalf of the White House Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships, I am very excited to have this opportunity to thank you for recognizing Father's Day and supporting fatherhood in our country. Like millions of fathers around the nation, President Obama often says that being a dad is, quote, the most important job I have. Dads are often our first teachers, our first coaches, the ones who, along with mothers, families, and friends, provide the love and support that all children need. However, far too many children in our communities are growing up without their fathers. And without the active involvement of dads, young people are more likely to drop out of school, be involved in the criminal justice system, and become teen parents themselves. As a father of 2 young girls and someone who grew up without his dad in the home, President Obama knows firsthand the power of fathers being present in the lives of their children, and the holes dads leave when they are absent. President Obama has made encouraging responsible fatherhood a top priority, and is working with partners like you around the country to make sure that every child has a safe, loving, and caring home. This effort is supportive of all families and affirms the central role of mothers in the lives of our children, especially those who have stepped up to the plate when dads haven't been around. On behalf of the President, I personally want to thank you for stepping up to support fatherhood. You can learn more about the President's fatherhood agenda and sign the Fatherhood Pledge at www.fatherhood.gov. And to all the fathers, we wish you a happy Father's Day. Sincerely, Joshua Du Bois, Special Assistant to President Obama, Executive Director, White House Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. So again, I think IFI deserves a round of applause for that work. All right, so now if we can move on with the show. What I would like to do is have all of the 12 father figures and the essayists come up here and take a seat in the chairs on stage, and we will begin that part of the program.